It's like the big reveal. They should get tougher at this point, right? Man, you're going deep on me. This is humiliation right here, on camera. If I were a painter, I wouldn't change it. I'd just paint you bright, baby. That's blue ain't your color.
If I were a painter, I wouldn't change it. I'd just paint you bright.
I've always had a romantic heart. Yeah, I wrote poetry when I was in second, third, fourth grade. Probably about whatever my girlfriend crush was, even at that age. So yeah, always been romantic. When we recorded Blue Ain't Your Color, I think it was the 5th single off my Ripcord album. I loved the song. I never in a million years thought it would catch fire the way it did. It's extraordinary. I started playing guitar when I was 6. My mum and dad gave me a ukulele when I was 4. And my dad, who was a drummer, said that I could strum it in time with songs on the radio. So he thought, well, it's got rhythm. If he can just learn some chords, this whole thing will go together. So I turned 6, got a teacher, and she taught me basic chords, and I just took to it. I was hoping to get into a band one day. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand, but you're teaching me to be a better man. That is somebody like you.
Sometimes it's hard for me to understand, but you're teaching me to be a better man.
Career-changing song for me. It was the first single off an album called Golden Road. It stayed at #1 for like 8 weeks and became the biggest country song of the 2000s. And again, just shocked that it connected the way it did and still does when we do it in concert. I still see it resonating like we just wrote it. It's crazy. Oh, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Yes, it was. I forgot about that. Well, I saw the film because they asked if I would recut a new vocal for the song and do a remix, which eliminated the banjo and had me replace it with electric guitar for the riff, re-sing the vocal with a little more grit. It was a strange process having to re-sing it because I was in Nashville in a studio, and there were the film producers out here in LA. I'm in Nashville at the vocal mic in the studio with all these people in my headphones telling me how to sing the song. It was the weirdest, strangest thing I've ever done. He didn't know what he had, and I thank God. That's from The Fighter. Boy, he didn't give me a long run up there either.
You didn't know what he had, and I thank God.
While I was in the gym in the morning, this song, this idea of this, what if I something or other, I'll never, blah, 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 but what if I, and the idea of a guy and a girl having this conversation, just the fears of the beginning of a relationship, you know, like how can I trust this person, and the person reassuring, and that fear, reassurance really appealed to me as a song, and I felt like I had so much of this in my head. We wrote that song 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It was like just truth, just total truth, using a lot of things that had come up in my conversation early on with my wife as well. It all made its way into that song. And then Carrie Underwood just killed it. And I always wanted to sing with her as well. I've never been the kind to ever let my feelings show, and I thought that being strong meant never losing your self-control. As tonight I want to cry.
Well, I've never been the kind to ever let my feelings show.
Many things make me emotional. The most unexpected things can make me emotional. A commercial on TV or some weird moment can do it for me. I remember writing it with my co-writer Monty Powell, and that was a different time in my life when I was going through a lot of drinking, and I think I showed up at that writing session with a bottle of wine at about 10 in the morning, and that actually made it into the lyric. There's something about me with red wine, I think, something, because it's what I was doing at the time, sitting at the piano. Yeah, those songs came from, they came from a real place. A lot of guys say to me that guys have trouble crying, being allowed to, I think. It's an old-fashioned sort of thing. Thank God that that's not that case anymore, but there's still a lot of stereotypical ways of raising boys where they're not allowed to cry, and you got to suck it up and take it on the chin, and it's bullshit. I mean, you have to cry, and sometimes a song will do that. And I've had people say to me, you know, I heard that song in the car one night and just lost it, you know. All right. They should get tougher at this point, right? Take your records, take your freedom, take your memories, I don't need them. That's You'll Think of Me, off of Golden Road.
Take your records, take your freedom, take your memories, I don't need them.
It resonated with me when, I didn't write this song, but the very first time I heard it, I got sent the song by Darryl Brown, who's one of the writers. It floored me with the very strong imagery, and then the only thing I will say about the imagery is over the years, I've had more people say to me, is it cat or is it cap? Take your cap and leave my sweater. And they're like, no, it's cat. Take your cat and leave my sweater. They go, the guy didn't want the cat to begin with. He was just putting up with the cat, but he liked the sweater. Okay. You didn't like that I came home late, 4 a.m., but it's a Friday, babe. That's one too many with Pink. And I love this song too.
You didn't like that I came home late, 4 a.m., but it's a Friday, babe.
Loved getting to do a song with Pink. I've wanted to do that. She's been on my bucket list forever because I just love her voice. I love her whole swag. Pink was so great. When we filmed the video, I asked if she would also film a separate thing that I could use on the big video wall behind me so she could duet with me in concert, and she did that. So she's been duetting with me for many years since the song came out. You've always got a place to put down some roots or spend a holiday. That is Heart Like a Hometown on the new album, High.
You've always got a place to put down some roots or spend a holiday.
Again, a song I didn't write, but I got sent it by one of the writers. It just spoke to me immediately. I knew the song. I felt it. I felt it the same way I felt You'll Think of Me. I come from a small town and wanted to go to America and pursue bigger dreams. And like a lot of people that come to Nashville, come from small towns. And it can be a real battle between leaving people you know, places you know, the whole familiarity and grounding and safety net of a hometown and going somewhere bigger, Los Angeles, New York, wherever, to pursue your life, and being torn between what you left behind. It's a really beautiful song. Singing along with the radio is such a beautiful sound. That's Long Hot Summer.
Singing along with the radio, it's such a beautiful sound.
I love summer songs. I love summer. I come from a place that feels a lot like LA. The East Coast of Australia is totally like the West Coast here, Pacific Ocean, very similar vibe. Especially like San Diego. It's probably a little more like where I'm from. It's very beachy, very summer. I've always gravitated towards summer songs, especially sing-along type summer songs. But I just couldn't wait, so I had to borrow Uncle Jack's Mustang. It's his favorite car, and so I Can't Stay Long. That's from Sweet Thing.
But I just couldn't wait, so I had to borrow Uncle Jake's Mustang. It's his favorite car, and so I can't stay long.
Another song I wrote with Monty Powell. We wrote a lot of songs. Sweet Thing started out as the opening guitar riff. I write a lot with drum machines. The drum machine thing had this skip thing, had this skipped snare thing happening every other time, and I liked it, so I just let it play and then created a guitar riff with it. And then Monty's a very good storyteller, so he concocted this whole story about Uncle Jake's Mustang. I had just been given a Mustang for my second year anniversary, 69, and I probably drove it that day to the writing session, so when he was looking for a car to put in the song, he just looked out the window. So, thank goodness I didn't get given a Toyota Corolla. I built myself a prison cell, the walls are painted blue. Oh, I know this song. Now this is stumping me. I feel like, oh my gosh, this is humiliation right here on camera in front of all you guys. You've momentarily short-circuited my brain, because obviously it's not a song that we do a lot. Oh, It's Only You, because it's from my very first solo album.
Myself a prison cell, the walls are painted blue.
I probably haven't sung that song in forever, like umpteen years. Wow, how obscure. How did you even find that song? That kid's gonna figure it all out. It's gonna take longer than he thinks, so I sure ain't gonna tell him that.